the PRO for the Ministry of Education Deputy. Wono and Ebeba Abeka Mensano Pamino Ewo Studio Hanum Siamini Dinkomo Minia Ernest Akosah. We have been speaking on the phone for some time now, but in share ND and Komo Pain. Ernest, morning.
Good morning, Minia Bema.
Na and one Ziano Pain.
Yamia Domboko.
Yamakwaba.
Oh.
Na bring an Ashas New Year no Ashas Yamam.
Oh, New Year is more than successful. Yes, each challenge has been about.
Okay.
But the name is as a ministry being led by Honorable Dr. Yao said it from Bibia and Chimi Akitele Bibia.
All right. When you say a chef in Asibiana as individuals, your vision, focus, the AC in this room. Corporate entities is also I was saying. At the ministry, we focus anything for the year.
Yeah, we'll share Ministry of Education starting from 2017 MPP governments by Abamu. And as MPP as a party by Abamu, no. Yeah, now more be in a ministry in A2. Now, there was strategic plan, education strategic plan, spanning from 2018 to 2030. Now, before then, as a previous governments. Even the SWAC government, started the education strategy plan, and this is so eba be MPP so by and also the idea. But I header say quite different, and I say yes, so kubia name directional person okono, and then three principles. So we are looking at learning accountability. Kwa be ni mehu sampa di chena yesu ano se na echo. And if you so enhanced outcome, that's a learning outcome, and enhanced learning outcome. The quan be be faso a be me any information and equity. The equity can be likened to the FreeSHS as a major policy of MPP government. And then when normal ministry no agency at the year juma, but these are the synopsis, but your details also ewo.
Yo, yenin komo na yemfa the present one. And Shasia, which has to do with Utak in sense no. And MC didn't come out Nami Bissau says Sisiano you drew him after the court ruling she almost said they should return to the classrooms. One more aka say so many documents now they will study it and then they will take the next steps. One would have expected say by now they would have been in the classrooms. But what do you know so far?
Well, Utak issue no is still before courts because interlocutory injunction National Labour Commission now we pray say court in the background for now the court in the grant and ministry nature na being led by Dr. Yosedichum say you tag and person can be a thing of the past a roadmap na ye follow last year somewhere around August October November kita hu bebre na e course so almost strike yeah almost call strike no call strike ministry ne Labour Commission Finance Ministry Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Munina Tenasi, and your roadmap say, and I'm saying na ye too. Ye interim market premium. Decide market premium no. Say which economics, which geography, which engineering. Say ye kwa drama and I say ye cost ye kwa program na ba be chade and lecture bi ni ho and na waje adwuma and I say mpo no nyamempa frena e kwa ye betime nya sai ni pa no ntentema na. And I ye train you be crown. How many years? And a bit take a bit train will be about for instance, engineering lecturer.
Okay.
And I said economics lecturer. It's a non-computation, statistical department, ministry, no demand. It's a munyan survey, survey reports in it by 31st December last year. And see, the documents in leadership of Utak. So most study, most critical say, be a hasi and a hasi, if you are no be unquiet, so that we sit down. Then fine-tune the way forward. By 4th January 2022, and Utak hinting so as I buy dragging feet in there into buying hasting any process now where now on the strike, and I'm more declare strike. I think about the 10th of January, and I'm strike. But before then, also now you have more documents, the most steady. And ministry, Labour Commission, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, you know, as I'm more Utak to know. I say, "Mudi Mika," and I so na head the enkoye. Now, by irrespective of labor law, no, won't see me in court negotiation. Whilst you're on strike, so here we say, normal Monday, and I say, more conditions of service, and you're the best. A man person question based on laid down procedures. Now, and around some new dink it a honor may can be better say research allowance. I buy atom. I buy better maybe 2,500. As it stands now, this year they will be taking 6,000 Ghana cedis. Next year it will be 8,000. 2024 it will be $1,600. And other allowances in the rent, any food, any other thing, I buy a pigeon in name. But the emphasis, the issue has to do with base pay. Say base pay, you are suspended increments. Say government white paper 2013, ably signed by former President John Mahama. Say young to your boss in a year because you need rush it. See a more be a 140%. Echo be idea. It is a survey anybody. There's somebody being informed me that the employers and other major stakeholders as to the way forward. You know, about no more tuning in our say, obey Christian lecturers, shaping the destiny of the nation. Also,
the report, I know, say, as a PRO, you'd have gone through that report. What does it say about Womo Aketuan, Womo base pay?
Well, because the issues before court, so I don't want to go into it today. But me person make details, For now, I'm say, I don't know how honey be a yenya coin as a court, making a fan na interlocutory injunction na. Say court na grant is lecturers and go back to lecture theatre and come court for one additional. So for now, I don't be say make details in
But anyway, I won't go into the details. Yeah. What has been the bottleneck in terms of at the time of Womo Eshasi, Womo core striker? Ghanaians pleaded with them, almost suspended strike, we gave ourselves a window of a month to resolve the issues. What was the real challenge in terms of the major issue a year we market to assembly?
Well, the issue has to do with your timelines. You market survey anywhere, you betenase. They are competing with the figures. That's you're attaching values to them. Say way adwuma way who say way ever has it. But omono penny phone bebre no so fi say no. 114% are suspending base pay no. Can you say they are buying farmer home? Then to be hakatu. Na katua ntumo no enye lecturers dem kwa na ye employees or gather has it. And as buy adwuma for. Nti wo hwe na wan hwe ne ye say okay we esi demand we e kira other agencies beba. Say you cry no the way am away yentina sin say until Abano you're very cautious. Now Abano is ready to sit down with them. The position of government in say call off the strike. All the legitimate concerns in our table we are ready to address them. It's simple as that. But almost say no until sir bind the committee itself. Say when issues na the brain no someone can be bia yeah call off the strike. That is any idea about vigilance and papers. Because say oh caucus oh any panel of strike. We near kind, as we be the second so many say, one yes, yeah, mean yes, say. No more, so you are not set a bad precedent. You set a bad precedent in the other agencies, and I said, you might phone so other sectors, because I say, oh, now say, Utak phone cry, yes, say, no more crowd strike, when they get shitty with them. And yes, the NCB the same thing. Last week, I remember very well. National Security Minister, Dr. Yosedic, Minister for Education, Minister for Labor, Finance Ministry, Deputy Omunina by leadership of Utak from all the 15 traditional universities. Say, just call up the strike. Say, in the past, you presume Sabana demonstrated bad faith. This time, it's not going to what happened. But if you say no, year 2022, you're charting a new path. You're charting a new path there. Then, but consensus, there should be timelines attached to them, and as attached to it, they follow through accordingly.
Now, at the time, almost suspended a strike, not within 1 month, roadmap, not more yet. What fundamentally, what were the issues?
The roadmap on say, I said, the earlier submission or say the interim market premium. Say, require research. And I see say market premium now, you place so more base pay, lecturers in the base pay, It's the other antenna say, baby, I don't know the it is here we na yakaso ebia adwuma mo sa department we ana mo kire sa course we no mo kura market ya na be kosoro mo kura mo de no ebeba fom Think you the way forward. It's a ban na mo ntu a wotini nyina no follow through bia a week or two na sa ban no show up, and that does not mean say right now or the commitment na we're making. No.
On a normal day, on a regular day, the labor market survey, some more it take how long?
Well, depending upon the agency now, because sometimes I'll be myself, say be a week, a month or two. It's in the end, we be betting a crop up, because after your festive occasion, into the 9 normal be now, and so
but how long in the take government to prepare the survey, to brood over the survey before finally handing it over to the Utak for?
There was a timeline I need to follow through. So by 31st of December, the whole thing will be ready so that it will be forwarded to the leadership of the Utak.
But how long did it take you to prepare that document?
From October last year up to December. By December, no more finalize the BBR and no more hand the document in our leadership of Utak. Someone peruse, one critique. No who sampa way big crampo now, it be a margin of error, this and this and this and this. Nanka what the aba. Or more and show more and no trigger the strike processes.
Yansha and we show more body language. More sure say they will go back to the classrooms. Are you confident that the decision of the courts will be adhered to?
Yeah, well, rule of law and drive every facet of what sitting in. And this rule of law, no, one of the components is also respect any decision of free court everywhere. Because the final habitat also will be the injunction, the local injunction about. And that's why I followed that application. It's application. At the first instance, as a first meeting in court, I said, no, go back. The plaintiff, and I said, Utak, the defendants, money plaintiff being the National Labour Commission, one concourt any more employers, and I'm here quite a mobile fast, so I'm mobile result because it's just seminar and beating a boom crew court. Yeah, it's and I'm more, there's a ministry, A to say, okay, BBR, beating a fine tune, BBR. And for now, court decision, the administrative process and say they have to respect it. Say go back, call off the strike, go back. I'm going to try there. That does not mean so all the negotiation also so that let's tell it no. Because court in the case again, but I understand say they are going to look at the judgment, and I said really almost steadier. Then they will come out as to their next line of action.
So next line of action, and they say one more lawyers advise you almost say they can't abide by the ruling of the court, and that AB almost filing appeal, AB almost filing stay of execution, AB almost filing any other legal document challenging the ruling. Let's say at a superior court. What happens?
At the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education, the leadership of Utak. Now, it's a same being why, this is kind of I know about Bayana, Georgia, near Husampa, way. And then I believe, sir, lecturers almost more fast than I didn't know. And so, strike and affect you, more ground operating business, well, campus, then affect you economically. And they will do the needful. And I say, among they walk the talk. Now, I'm follow through the ruling now. And I say, directive in a court in the Abana accordingly.
But, me say, so more, what is the next line of action for the ministry?
Yeah, I believe in the leadership of friends parliaments, by extension, Ministry of Education, and where many Ghanaians. That's a major stakeholder. Say once I really know about it, because you can't say as a lawyer, court is really not bad. All the legal processes we can trigger them. Unless you can trigger and say, yeah, obey. Understand they want to they want to file the application for review. So, but if you want to file an application for review now, still you have to call up the strike.
All right. Mame, and Dr. Samuel Body, Kusini Nkomo, UCC4, one more president, Utak, meaning Nkomo, Bisano 102, as to whether they've been able to arrive at decisions. They are abiding by the ruling of the court. Doc, good morning.
My brother.
Now, I'm not saying. Court no shares Monko back to the classroom. We have read it say Utak Mose at the time that was yesterday Namonsa Enka document Namonsa ka monem lawyers Edi Hunkuma, you know the next line of action to take. And Yebiano when your documents na peruse we deciding on what to do.
Thank you very much. As at Enra close of demo, Nayan Sanka Idia. So we, in fact, we were following up on it. Our legal team were following up on that. So I'm sure, sir, probably in the course of the day, they may have access to it. But as we speak, that hasn't happened. And not that I'm aware of as at this moment.
Now, many PRO for the Ministry of Education, Deputy Enamnini Studio, he makes the case, he said, last year they submitted to you the survey reporter. Now you were supposed to go through so that, mobit me arrive at some fine-tuning decisions and then you bit me utilize here. Also, and I'm also a case will move back to the strike decision that you are taking earlier. What triggered that?
You see, my brother, I wouldn't want us to go into all those things. And I would advise all the communicators from the other side. You see, we are in a crisis situation. The strike has gone beyond the labor market survey report and all the reasons that we can adduce. If I want to go into the details of it, I have been around negotiation table for Utak since 2018. And you sure say the people who are speaking now, they were even there and they have all the historical antecedents. We are in a crisis situation. We want to resolve the matters. It would be better for all of us to stop all the reasoning and all that, because, I mean, he can give his side of the story, we can give our side of the story. We can all be rational. I will plead that we move beyond the reasons, because whether the reasons are genuine or not, the strike has happened in it's going to about 8-6 weeks. So the most important thing that we need to focus on now is that there has been a ruling. We are looking at it. We will decide on the way forward. I have said severally, it is not in the interest of anybody, whether you are a lecturer, you are a parent, you are a student, you are on the side of government, or you are not on the side of government. This whole industrial action transcends, individual actions. It's a group action. And therefore, all of us, in the interest of the nation, need to do things that will help us to get back. So, in as much as from the side of the employer, they will wish, and I think if I heard it, yes, the court has given a ruling, you must comply. It's good, yes, it's a valid point. The court has given, we must comply. Well, if you I should ask, where is the order? What exactly the judge even say, apart from saying and go back to the lecture room? What are the other things he ordered? When did he say we should go? Was it an immediate effect on? So you see, we can all debate these things, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is that all of us, well-meaning Ghanaians, we will come together and make sure that we get back on track. The lecturers, what they are asking for, something meaningful is done, and then the lecturers are also back to take care of our children in the lecture room. Let's all work together to make sure that we achieve this very goal. For me, that should be our utmost objective now, rather than going into the logical framework, whether the strike action was good, was valid or not, and labor market survey. In any case, labor market survey has been conducted 2014, AAB. It was not implemented. 2019, the report is now out in 2022. So let's not go back and forth. It wouldn't help any of us.
No, you sound concerned about the state of affairs when it comes to tertiary institutions here. And so we say, so if you are that concerned, why did you have to wait for the National Labour Commission to take you to court? And all they were saying is, suspend the strike, let's sit down. After all, me and was strike, now on negotiation table. Why didn't you just suspend the strike and go negotiate and then move on? You sound very concerned.
My brother, you see, that is the point I am making now. You see, the strike action, Utak did not just wake up one day and say we are going to strike. Right? There has been antecedents. And as I said, I have been around since 2018, working on these negotiations. If you talk to the people from fair wages from the government side, and they will tell you. So if we want to punch into all those things, we will have, we will have reasons to keep. But the point is that whether we like it or not, at some point, there is some level of mistrust between the union and the employer. And that is what has landed us where we are currently. Without going into all the issues and what was done or what was not done, right? But the bottom line as we speak today, and I'm sure my brother who is in the studio would agree that the bottom line which has brought us to where we are now is a certain level of mistrust between the union and the employer. As to whether the mistrust is genuine or otherwise, we can all debate it. But
who mistrusts
as I keep saying, from where we have gotten to, let's not focus so much on what has happened in the past. Let's look at building that trust so that we can get back on track.
Some mistrust asemi ya okay no opani why na mistrust hwan na edienti no mistrust no.
My brother, I think that, you see, I do not want us to go into all this. I think I keep repeating the same point. If I want to go into the mistrust, Utak will outline why it feels that it has not its parts. Why it feels that the employer has not honored certain parts of its bargain, what it said it will do. And I can give several examples of things that were said that has not been fulfilled. The employer will have its own reasons to say that, no, what they are saying is not true, right? So I think that since this industrial action was embarked on, we have articulated these things over and over and over. So I would again, this plea should not even be coming from the union. As a union leader, I'm supposed to be the one, more or less being the one being intransigent and being very harsh and all that. But that is not the way to go.
All right.
That is not the way to go. Let us be measured. Let us not go back and repeat the very same things we have said over and over again. Because at this point, we are seeking to build trust. Everybody is concerned, as you indicated. Lecturers are concerned. It's not the wish of lecturers to continue to draw their teaching services. I don't think any lecturer in this country says that we are happy. Hey, we are trigger happy. We want to be on strike. No, I don't think so. They want a certain concern. Let us focus our energies on having that concerns addressed and also focusing our energies on the lecturers returning back to the lecture room. That will help all of us.
So, Mepacho, we won't go back to the past again. We are moving forward. How do we move forward? That is the most important thing. How do we move forward now that a court has decided someone go back to the classroom and send the How are we moving forward?
Yes, so that is what we have said, that we will get the order. It will be studied. There are several legal opinions. One will say that, yes, comply before you even get the order. Others are of the view that we will get the order, we'll study it and move on. So let the legal team, that is why we have a legal team. Then LC has its legal team. Utak has its legal team. Let the legal team get access to the documents, advise the leadership of Utak, and then we take it from there. I think that that's the most simplest thing that we can do, because that is the position of our legal team. And I cannot speak outside what the legal team has asked that we do for now, whilst we wait for the clear written orders from the judge.
Do you see this impasse ending soon?
I have stated on several platforms that if we are committed, this matter can be resolved in less than 2 hours.
Interesting. Well, Doc, we will thank you. We are hoping that you get the document and then we will know the decision of Utak as to whether you are going back to the classrooms or not to the classrooms. Medoas Anope is only Yedi Enkomo. Yo, Doc, into Mr. Akosah, Doc Yetenenka, and Wakase moving forward.
Well, you see, I think way back 2007.
Oh, okay. All right. That's nice. And he says that we have to move forward.
Sure.
Moving forward, ministry ne plan is saying.
Well, for now, per se, behind closed doors, engagement in our course, no may disclose it, but yeah, here by close of day, and say omunya really na course really na almost study am legal team as to the way forward no na yen so your legal team no so study na nyina wie na de be sibia na be magana for ati
Ebumo adwendwene the plight of the students. Are you concerned about the students?
Yeah, more than concerned because me offer say FreeSHS no benefit to a pass kama wanya wa Amstead krai ko ya wasabefi the last week na me okumase na me ko hu no na me akra mra ho say at least that was obinya admission so ko university na na be nim there but then that euphoria no person who so ko taste different environment na bibisa courses na as a hardwin and aside the crown put in the financial aspect of it I call renting hostel man no huge sums of money na crown because omo run hostels and one of strike bias and then the 4 months you know you're be jetto and I say obeka say sabi to a new way. So that is the issue we you know you're confronted with but I believe say in no time no you be who the logical conclusion of the whole impasse. Yeah.
Well, no will be assuming Bissau say, young fan say with all these weeks I check bueno. Whether say Nyamia don't send your can being hopeful say and net Womushia no Mudium there's a possibility say number resolving issues. It would mean that a whole month of the academic year calendar and year check bueno. Is it that say we are going to extend or we are going to run a crash system and could be sharing now within that short space no more? Well,
semester basis, you know, the maximum of 4 months, maybe sometime beyond 4 months. And you don't hear from January, also February, the baby hitting March. You do hear up to December. Space, you know, how much me, at some normal. It's me 4 months to meet me at training school. Then it depends on the university and authority. Universities, you know, and among be to say, oh, you're wasting a month or so. To come in a bit faster, a bit me a compensated students, you know, at the lecture theatre. I think they will do the needful. I'm better right and I'm making sure that I will meet me a cover. I buy
a students and a parent for no fault of theirs. One more 8 years ago, I'm a hostels. Yeah, will come once a year. Young fan say if there's an extension by even a month to accommodate the time loss now. I buy some support for a parent. One more ember our campuses one more either the traditional halls and as hostels no.
Well, I think we are hearing from two angles or two perspectives. Say more universities and halls of residence
yeah.
And also more hostel, private hostels and the private hostels and the government, you know, and planning be compensate you man as be come take one as simple for now the BBI anywhere ministry no everything be the home. But more traditional halls and there then I buying facility now you see. The university no authorities no be who say ampa be say the course so ama omo atene fie bo so me baako ntine kwa be na be fa so a betimi abo say yen konkosa mam so musa metua sika binka na utility bills binka until I believe in one way that I said the ministry no be liaise with the vice chancellor no know who the way forward.
Obo semester academic kai ekomachi kakra efa the time we're having a conversation about in basic schools here. And this year on a semester system and last year on a trimester system. The government had told us that they had set up a committee one more looking into a reopening date. More the timetable about outer Mokacha said we're going to run a certain system. It was met with agitations. Government had to make a U-turn. Is everything okay with the ministry?
Ministry, no. At a point in time, there are challenges. And besides challenges, now people were calling for the head of the Minister of Education. And see, my colleagues in the Biwa one-on-one, you say, oh, and because of semester, my friend said, trimester, no, and I was a minister, I resign, and I say, second, now I will be allegedly, CS minister, we discuss with because this is just administrative lapses, and
especially after you set up a committee.
No, the committee, no, minister, they set up the committee. Yes. Committee, no concourse with him. The leadership of teacher unions were part of the committee. Deliberations are called, minutes or say, we are part of it. No, so, committee in the by said, trimester, because last year, more junior high school no run trimester system, sorry, semester system no. The semester system no why until the end this time around say enroll ni nyina na so nyina and take it you know. Na communication and teacher unions, they could not get opportunity to engage with their members at the regional and the district levels. Zina kwa yes and before na ba can be, but I see how there and I saw the parents in the media house and we so magnify issue no say hey akora we keji ni your son konko tenam anopa no son fa enkonko see enwumre no me sanefa. So these are so the issues. But when the minister and minister okay minister so why you adwuma na bi okay sadia mon kwa no roll it out. But the minister has said on many occasions, said from the bio general educationist, no, trimester, semester, no, difference be any for convenience sake. Say, new way never man, new way never more abon, then for convenience sake, you know, if it's a committee now, but yeah, and also more thumbs up, and come on, but the agitation is not a batch, you know, no. Teacher unions, so other stakeholders in your class, it's better you revert to the old system. So why not? Let's go back to the trimester. Bosu then Kurani yamakwa isa. Until three terms, you know, na Kurani academic calendar. Now what's in I transit to the next level.
At the time, Anamone Moyesa in commodity munya, I would have expected, say, you know, you would have factored in the period. The dissemination of the information from the teacher unions and we are part of a committee now will come once no.
Yeah, sure.
To give them ample room for them to have engagement with a teacher for no, so that we would have resolved issues before even communication from the ministry to the effect to say we are staying with the semester system. Then you know you didn't look at that.
Well, I would say what timelines and that time you know understand said not no me program Kumasi. And terms of my attention in be now ekokodi. But over the years in the crowd, but then say ministry that's a GS a year academic timetable. I had not the input of teachers, you know, and as a teacher unions and you had them here be brisa. But as I said in the room now, and I said the environment now you operate, you know, at a point in time you ought to invite major stakeholders to the table. So when and I'm not saying I too. You know, we put in all right, but I agree with you. Say be extensive consultation, you know, enough. Sorry, consultation maybe enough. Until almost so a membership on anti-assay or more say there be a better say you better revert to the old system.
Yenin komo is the basic level no honoma. Yeah, we've been saying say. Textbooks are and Kodano education they are the basic level. I think for 2 years, not textbooks in Koye. What's the situation at the moment? New
curriculum. They say no, or might be no at a point in time. And I say, well, educational system no. Say, and I'm sure is it in tandem with the international best practices? The first now you use what you call what subject-based, so objective-based curriculum. It is our objective-based curriculum no. Kwa beso na nkwara no ade kire ne adusua na sa kyerɛkyerɛfo no mukita ho de sitie nti ano no hu se no ebi ano ma bi nkoye nti enya nsesam in recent times research because by UNESCO the UNESCO research I think that was 2016 no more ranked all African countries on educational systems one and they are robust one and they are no I say a conkan Ghana could not place within the first 10 countries you place it 12th position. Okay. No man means some the edge, say creativity, interpersonal skills, and digital literacy. There's a ditch require fast year in a baby son no 3 principles no and had that and co cancer and con cancer. To come in about so man obeying as a son or norma. No waiting Zampa, obeying a meeting and obeying a compete favorably with other countries. And they informing ministry. So let's come up with a new curriculum. The common core curriculum. That common core curriculum is seeking to ensure, say, there will children no and other countries, you know, at least that positive correlation. And here by and now, I say, BBI be fitting as for. And we should also bear in mind, say, your headers in your major reform or the education ministry in respect of CBI, your curriculum. But it's a major one. And to win to me, Russia, so say, oh, once we have publishers, engage them more intro. But last year or last 2 years or so, we heard of balloon cancer, no maybe a quarter of one ethnic group. and you're the best. So this time around, no, quality assurance processes, you follow through. So publisher bia, that's a writer bia, in the moment baby bia, you film. So the objective, the internal purposes of new curriculum, no, fit inside. Now he see the processes now called so procurement process and now called so ministry. But assuming quite you know, not textbooks now available.
Are you happy, sir, for 2 years or more? As you go for because school normally textbooks are on before but you tell me so teachers no our guide more edi children kodan but as to textbooks are and kodan de be sua de munim. I remember at the time we are more say Moses na mudi a new curriculum yi abano. The publishers made the case say whilst you do your work we are more negotiations, we are more discussions any bibiano allow for the old system to run with the textbooks so that when you are done with your work, now you can transition to the new one. At the time, they made the case that some of them had even now just published. One more books are now idea. I'm trying to say, I mean, use the right word, accreditation. My accreditation as a recommended books are not a year system anymore. And yet the ministry said no.
Well, I don't want to dwell on the past. But
no.
New curriculum now. Before you be running out, and I check for you now from KG up to P6, you don't find it. You train your meaning. Say these are the requirements, these are the demands of the new curriculum. Until the more child they are saying, until we are in some teacher resource packs, and so student resource packs. I more than even enough. Voluminous information on internal. So we need to say creative art. That information now a resource pack anymore. I bet you inform you say because as a teacher, one of the attributes of a good teacher is to be resourceful. So Kwabe na be for an event be a textbook anyhow. Kwabe na be for so be to deliver a lesson. So the ministry also was thought it wise said no, young pass no more after training, let's do the resource packs. Yes, some crowns resource.
So you gave the
resource but I don't enough say we are Akrabia. I don't see schools in
what was contained in the resource pack for the students?
No, say any textbook piano or your teacher's handbook and your students also there. Yes, so just a replica of the textbook.
It came out with the students.
And yes, to the individual student, but the school BR will be. Local school BR, the basic level now. BR no my call because one I know me monetary be Utak. Me call me uncles to take pictures of it.
I want to understand. Auntie, I was school no honor. Infants school with a population of let's say 100 students. Women you know access to.
No, at least a class and all. Not even cry in the past. Local class in maybe cry be 600 no. Sorry, be 45. But 45 the textbooks in the Abana could be 30 or maybe 25.
But that's why we seek to improve.
Exactly. Yes. So this time around,
if in improving, no, rather the 35 for let's say 100 students, no, is taken away.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to utilize.
Or share the resource packs. And it's even more than enough. In the absence of textbooks and the traditional textbooks, you know. Also say no way is and no way is but there are some of the basic schools. What do say? We use projector and the child. Yeah, it's a conventional with traditional we know a textbook ne kutane tetene ade ne nyina and no be nice but the ministry that does not mean say ministry no so no every Nigerian net effort so on provide textbooks but you can say bosumi nko na wie you know all the processes in nyina about more than 36 publishers and we go through all the processes no our books and say mo ayi o de buy and sample no nyina we validate sample information no authentic.
Resource packs for the students, you know, and I say, kaya the bar system anymore.
Well, I mean enough compared to the teachers' resource packs. Yeah, because I think the only thing because just as a guide to teacher, no. So, in as much as a watch as a teacher's handbook and as a teacher's manual, no, Akrano Sudi and only won't go beyond a certain friend saying limit.
Now, Okasa war copy, baby.
No, I went to Takwa. Yeah, I have the pictures away here. Yeah.
You have it with you?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Because I have never heard of
this
before.
Yeah, they have it.
A resource packer, modern student, and no, and in the absence of the textbooks, when we use it. Then
not in the absence of the thing. What I'm saying is, say, no now, but teacher be her when it dear. But incredible how just a best as a guide, ama chechireni no. Say, dear mimi dear mikutano, kumana mikutana me de chiradia no. When na nkwara no so no semi follow semi ma exercises na. When no semi follow systematically. I mean go beyond what the syllabus prescribes.
Opani, then it tells me, sir, if the ministry has been able to do this for 2 years plus, then there isn't the need for any textbook.
No, the textbook could say, but complement to what we already have. Yeah, because to me, the textbook, that has been the system I had running.
Yes.
And so the ministry is more than committed. So by close of this month, they're very ready, near deployed to respective regional directorates. You know.
Do you agree with me, sir, the absence of the textbooks has affected academic work?
No. There is no empirical evidence to prove that. Because teacher for they've not complained bitterly.
I have spoken to. Listen, this is evidential. I have spoken to several teacher union leaders on the show who have alluded to the fact that the absence of these textbooks have affected their teaching and learning process in the classroom. And I'm surprised you are telling me so.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I've been a teacher for more than 16 years. Those are the basic level and the second cycle. At a point in time, I need geography. And I'm such a basic level. No, we need textbooks in but delivery was excellent. SS, governments, all this, and I said maybe a terminal, elective subjects are not provided. But teacher for you prepare notes. The man can exercises. No more go through the process. So I don't see the need to say, and I say everyone. I'm sorry for you to use that word. Everyone say, because affect you adversely. No, at least be a me teaching and learning process, you know, if you can level be a bit drew and I say the speed, you know, it be a man above. But as to say affected the entire teaching and learning process in there, I think I bet it.
But because it be above it was at a higher level and now it has come down. So then the absence of the textbooks has dropped teaching learning from a certain level.
No.
Below a certain level.
There's no.
I'm saying that I've spoken to teachers.
That is the opinion.
It's their opinion.
That is the opinion. But then, from the ministry's
then we shouldn't bother ourselves.
No. But it's important.
Yes.
That's our buying the Tim Kratano. You are complementing what is already supplied to the schools.
Maybe so. I read somewhere say, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
That there was a communique to the effect to say we should revert to the old syllabus and use and some new one ever. Is it true? What I read?
I think that was the junior high school level. Yeah, junior high school. Yeah, from KG to P6.
What informed that at the junior high school level?
No, a process. Also, see, I think they are church for no more junior high school so far entity. As to the demands and the requirements of new friends, syllabus. And that's like a curriculum by stage syllabus. And so no team also Nipan Grano when you're supposed to what is supposed to be teaching around. And in the case, stick it to the old syllabus, whilst government in H1 and more say a bit to me, I engage and I say a bit to me organize that nationwide refresher training and more as to the requirements of the new curriculum.
Well, I'm hoping some of produce some of the teacher unions, maybe a phone lines and teachers are most na some of the issues that are being raised here, not most of what they might share at the Abre, not Edin, but I think I do feel that to Hanum say a happy 98.9 FM and I would say Akosah our Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. If you at the Facebook, Twitter, any Instagram, to follow on any of these platforms now, question Biana, Mr. Akosah our Hanum say, obey me at the emu and chichimu at the Abre. Yet also na yemfa yeni entry the Free Senior High School. There have been conversations to the effect to say by now there should have been a review. Major stakeholders in the educational sector, EduWatch and some of them have made the point that we need to have a look at the FreeSHS and do some reviews about the program. At the moment, what's the ministry's position on that?
Well, civil society organ, and that's a 10th thank more EduWatch is one of the more system, and we appreciate all my efforts. Say, Pennyfobu baby said we trust on him senachi actually, and at a point in time, more we are research findings that prove so be a FreeSHS and no maybe enkoye, or more findings so many ben na no ministry no so taken in good faith. The office say betting modify and modify say betting akoyenim. And any system be as a policy be no implement here. Don't expect say we have challenges. There are challenges, but our challenge how do you overcome those challenges? The ministry so to an amount of way. So we be implement say FreeSHS no be a buffer stock, be a food supply and head and kwame be betting improving textbooks. And I say like these are so many challenges, infrastructural aspect of it. And almost every senior high school, every city be no yes classroom blocks and yes be dormitories and a master's Bangladesh administration block. See last 2 weeks. Government SR procure 100 buses and 50 pickups. The amount senior high schools now almost any access to. That's what car I break it down in no. Say be an crowd person from north or person baby be about ocean. Quite better person about transporting. Hitherto no be no more for fire. What on the car be prone to accident near. So these are sort of interventions that Abana deploy. Now the most important is FreeSHS and Abana etwa more our home can say. Teacher motivation. At a point in time, teacher for Bosumi, na ye Pamkarano, Mikaipa school, upon senior high school, Kukufu in the Ashanti region. Oh, a Caribbean 30 cities per term. Now, you be motivated teacher. FreeSHS by Yajin everywhere. But I need intervention. Last 2 weeks, and I advances come almost all the senior high schools were nationwide will be answer Canada Cheche for no Bibinano, energy.
Now, and you don't think so there should be a need for a review as in...
No, review, not, if you are talking about review of the system, yes. What are the pointers? That there should be pointers. Say, these are the issues that we have identified. These are the gaps we have identified that ought to be reviewed. Then it's a welcoming.
So let's look at the issues therein. Disbursement of money to the institutions. Last year, we had situations where CHAS had actually had to come into threat and say the money is not disbursed, that they may have to shut down some of the schools. There have been issues to do with food for the students. Buffer stock and some problems with the there have been issues, some other issues, infrastructure issues. There have been issues to do with a FreeSHS, the double track system now running, where parents have complained, say, akwada, if you over 1 month. No, I've got to school, 3 weeks. These are issues that, for some of the stakeholders, they believe that it requires a comprehensive conversation.
Yeah, it's a work cabinet. That's a legitimate concerns now. Most of the Ghanaians in the raising. But I'm start from the double track. Double track, 2018, because 2017 it started the FreeSHS. So the 2018 enrollment drive increased because we came and met an enrollment drive and now 800,000. And this is hit almost 1.2 million. Today, infrastructure wise, and pressure ebebaso. It's a classroom blocks. Why about on Tinefi, no how about an encore? So through the innovation, the consultation as done, let's run double track. It's a green goat. We could be 1 month. No could face by night they will come and converge and take the same exam. We started 402 schools way back 2018. As at last year, before academic year, now at about 350 plus. Now most of the schools they're running double track now in the Ashanti region. Now infrastructures are air course, classroom blocks, dormitories, near air course in no, yes, in no. By 50% of the schools in the Ashanti region are more exited from the double track. So mathematically, it tells you that at least we come below 300. Below 300. Now, even more mobile first year, there's no more mobile double track. Based on the FreeSHS Secretariat information, we pick it from respective senior high schools now. We're running boarding, system. So for now, the double track to soon be a thing of the past.
The other issues to do with disbursement of money, we have CHAS complained bitterly about Sikasemwa. Why was that the situation?
Now, advancement of money to HES or more second startling institutions now. 30% is meant for perishables. Now buying to into the direct into the accounts of schools. Now 70%. And then maybe a mackerel, tin tomatoes, and yam rice in there no suppliers no so na and they work buffer stock. Now buffer stock no more regional reps and to this time around the minister last week and Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you know, heads of all the that's a charge from let me use that word. Headmasters and headmistresses no. Now said this time was send the cash flow for the release of cash from the finance ministry. Minister, I didn't coding it down say it's a perishable so we advance it 2 months in advance. With the Ministry of Finance has agreed. It's about advancing 2 months. Minister considers sometime bottlenecks, but like I said, we say no the finance ministry na 2 months near advance perishables no. Scales we hear no now about 70% now. It's an academic year no as started. Schools no shortage, and that's a shortage now na course so be school anyway na suppliers and almost on target. And now prices no so they are review. Mr. Supply bill also we be tomatoes, mackerel, rice, and I don't know because of rate in what form that motivation is not there. Saying the panama cost of supply. It says buffer stock a reviewer going into new academic year. No, I don't think says I know normal na yenye duane we no heading na no baby.
Yento aso niyema okwaba safi ena do afidi na atwa museum ne Mr. Ernest Akosah ena yene no edi enkomo anopei awo jumedi ne so o question bia opeso bisa akwenya awo honoma nso betimi afa na nso ode de aben awo jumedi no eso ebebie phone lines no atum ama nso afa na nso ode wadwentre de aben anopei awo jumedi no so many issue story bi so awo daily graphic enra normal GES begins confirmation of FreeSHS selection for 2021 BEC candidates. Now, and the placement homes and some no and yedi home commona nesa. And ye be no no at the same considering say in the past about placement homes and some more. And yadia ayenika ayeni so.
Yeah, we share yes system I run and maybe yeah. You pass it through now. We BC now. We senior high school. Na Chebebre was in Crown be board dumping Independence Square. Na home to go school no fire no could drew so crowdini ho and a whole lot of issues. And ministry at a point in time through FreeSHS secretary and CSSPS or more a year stakeholder engagement said that be. Quite the first very reduces rate of error and that's errors no. And more day what you call the verification and confirmation of schools now was selected. But let me make this caveat. That's at this point clear. When acquire services a school, what you see that I was selected that. But it be near first Stephen Usu yaw. Na udieno ya ne acquire YW. There is a no yaw meti a no. It's quite be so na be correct no. There are 3 avenues in between they are correct. First, number send a bulk SMS just to verify and confirm say information is accurate. Okay. And almost a short code on so we'll be using that short code just to verify and confirm say information are provided accurate. Another one say online portal so you open log in with index number information about purple app. So they are who provide there's a garbage in, garbage out, and no and a winyana. So that is what we are trying to do. Say, so be a bema, no school. No, I see that. So you're back near the to me school. That's how you reduce and sana the real placements and abba.
And see, this year, you're in a situation where your parents are almost about dumping our more share saying, place you, we wouldn't hear or see any of such.
Yeah, it was the last 2 years. And Koran Kobo Dumpim and Jubilee House or Independence Square. But last year, you had to be bisa. Maybe our system, at least you can arrange and ignore pockets of issues there, a bit cropping up. But last year, and beside the way verification and confirmation of selection of schools in Ukraine, regional command centers so a better reactivating. So we will be a region. And our district directors in there, be liaison with them. Say, bet me are correct, and I say, you panel challenge, no, you bet me a solve your manner, no, so to me, I started first year.
Well, my main final one, nothing, when say, for break your bar, nothing, be phone lines, no, idea to move. there was a story that I also saw. Na yeba yenko break no embra yeba na memfa sa story no ho asem embre wo na afi no try to answer that for me na afi yimbi phone lines into mo na among phones so friend no mo embre media no eso but memfa nchia kese enkoma well yamo kwa ba eba jumedi no eso anopai na yemo akwaba na proud to say break na there was a story that I'd seen earlier na person minimum Ernest Akosah. It is a report on CTFM4 website where we say FreeSHS is experiencing food shortage due to lack of adequate storage facilities, and that's according to the Ghana buffer stock. Now one more the comment was in response to concerns raised by the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools for government to ensure that enough food is distributed to all schools across the country to avert any shortage. Now, buffer stock for said they attribute this to the delay in distributing food to second cycle institutions, to the lack of storage facilities at senior high schools, and even if the buffer stock for to supply, the schools don't have storage facilities. And that forms the basis. Then you better say chance for ember. How are we seeking to resolve this as ministry?
Well, for now, ministry any has no edinkita ho bebre. So obo ha na store no, the storeroom no isa. And in the Kwabena Befa so betimi are expanding, so you betimi are containing more foods and as a food items. And the ministry by many GS adding kita who almost a share has no a Kwabena Befa so some converted or at least almost a guitar who they know and yet say we do a day because the betimi improvise it within a week or month, but for how long? And they are finding a lasting solution to that. The talks are still ongoing, but for now, I agree on this, or otherwise, I don't think I'll be in the position to speak to that.
All right, email phone lines into na on sofa. Or question be me pacho no bisa na PRO no. Or comment be so me pacho. Ahanum de unu say we don't allow for a unsavory comments and to fra me so ma kasana ma emu enyesham. Na you can make the case without necessarily attacking personality or being abusive. Number is 0244-885140 and 0549508687. Over here from an animated Nkoma and hello, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, I'm morning, Chief. But you didn't very have free.
Nyamia do me and me did the same on me kasafi wisdom product from Gatamash.
Simo yanko.
Yo. Nyamia so be brene juma pa oye. Me problem a me wo e wo ye man a ye timu a ye nyina ye bo ho ban a ye pese e ko ye ase akunkun ho se ye yi obi se on kasama dumade bi a ye yi nipa a wanim je pa ba ukofe de onum a enye adwuma ofia ye bra ya na ye papa ya wa betan ni kasa mu nyina oba wo se bibia da yi ba wo bedu fe de ho na se ho na bibia ko yi ni na ho asai enti ye se owo tumi so betumi aye bibi dia ende ni kasa na wakasa sia no oma adwuma no so kisa enye sa dia ebe ha agi mi das
Mr. Meadows and a place offer now by Jumedi is 0244-885140 0549-508687 0549-508687 also betting after na yenodi in Kitahwana pay. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Sami.
Yes, sir.
Where you are from the United States of Kissamana.
About your uncle, Ima.
Medasi, and Pana, Pana,
Mr. Ernest Akosah.
Mr. Ernest Akosah, Wakasa fine. But I can be some say, Mibawo, senior high, I can go forward to. And the challenge are.
Oh, wow. Ima, your line keeps dropping on a pay offer maybe 0549508687 and 0244-885140. Any of these numbers no offer over to me enemy Edin come offer no board maybe I offer free na no radio set no wallo Eddie amame 0244-885140 0549508687 over to me after any of these numbers now made in come. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
But you didn't baby afresh, madam.
Mr. Premise, Mr. Kakri Kumasi.
Yo, Yanko.
Mr. Chowo, me busa say, I don't know more teachers programmer. Hello, good morning. More teachers programmer. More teachers, no. Ewo school mo ansana. More yes, program no.
Okay, but I say, I'm saying, show who I can hear the feedback from a year and pay on command meeting. Hello, good morning.
Sammy Pacho, Melanie Kosai, I will any.
Yo, I will uncle Bacho.
Yeah, not come, percent.
Oh, Ima, what's the problem with your line? It's terrible. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Mpocho from Ben.
Ben.
Because if it's a crowd.
Ben Yanko.
Mpocho, a PR request, or can be about interventions or SS. Let me be Sunday. The Intina government name teachers or SS. No intervention now. On face can put teachers one account to direct to controller. Nothing be what the best schools programs about.
But your mentality, Chechemukakra.
What is Canaba, Sikanan in Cherno, on Koye. Entertain be able the program about management and teaching staff one woman. Teachers in Intumum and some back out in Bambeka. New town do be me disappear, mam there. And you're now ye free steady leave. You're returning free steady leave 2019. Ye burn. Degree holders say you're returning free steady leave. Ye burn. Yan upgrading wali enden 2019 ya tried up to 2022 still upgrading yanant district need problem region need problem yanant ya kwa national headquarters even last week me were headquarters me kwa won was yankwa na wo be yan ho adwuma inti daben obandam nso won 2 arrears. Yenuanuma what one good was last year August, not even single month arrears in Pono Eden. Would ye? Open the teacher and walk a classroom. When ya would to yem franchise, this is a ham way. In fact, Semino, a Jumampo will bet you am 700 Ghana and Pumbeja teaching. I had to teachers, one boyan. Eben with FreeSHS now. All can also say aban ayena from the teachers. In fact, FreeSHS aban na attention na wo maframa wando. Oni teachers wando. Teachers wosu yem say kan wontu nka na mreka ma wate there. Wanye bibi na one backgrounds. One ankes wontu nkofun ngum. No wanye good research in farmer one. Na political research in a day. Oyo du baby anu mu ya rom. No one bomb, no one backgrounds. The teachers celebrate, especially yen upgrading, yen incentives. Omba. All right. Into when do with my man? Bisanimum. They upgrading 2019.
All right. And I pay Medwasi the Enyimidi in Como. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Your family big deal of tradition.
Yanko.
And okay, I know Kakra and say, Lady Kam, I remember Ghana Education Service for Abaso and Minister of Education, Honorable Eddie Criminal and Penny Fonso, Honorable Mabaso Pa, because the FreeSHS by Abeboa Yemupipa, Yemianom, ye share Panya FreeSHS by a busy. Education, a free, Qualebima, young say, free education by an aboa. Maybe I can say, Nadia won't phobia or me and fear cry yet. Fear the Yona and Colano, one additional most because parents are not now that to be in the war. But free education by a control DSS be a moment for secondary school. And men of Casano, on Colana, if you are nursing training, a business training. If you saw police training and ecosystem, I'm here twins. Immediately, I'm a penny and penny for no pastor. The other kind of say, if you say Pierre, whatever to education, education sector, no, one more day. And now you can't university for national no so get better woman Oma akwabo tujo embra na wonko classroom na won mehre nkwala no ade na watifie na ade tia de sanyina no na ehawaje a big deal makra medase
Medals and the pace of feminine midi and come we have 15 more minutes and sanity media aba area also between affair na or question or comment via or the abe number no 0549 508687. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tia.
Yes, sir.
Tia, we are the Kita Borala.
What you uncle?
To mention a power, the red was fire dear. This one, the Yamisu, and then the power with the PRO, Abet Nastudi. You sound some degree a fat technical. I'm say up to date, PRO, well, I'm saying my entertainment degree, but still no. Young who the HA and Colon school. For past 5 years, you would the HA and Colon school. What did you come on say? The yet textbook Suejima, look at a textbook be a buyer, can't wash them and one way young somebody. In Colon school bar, not by the daddy my phone or by you phone. It's a rat, which looks like another Colon, I'm breaking up in Bushia. Now, the parents are warm up and Apple school, almost show what an apple and child or bus will be here before 4 months, or different other. If you have my own textbook, so we have a room. Yes, you have to be from my own plan. Yes, you employ.
Medal says for now about Medina so and I pay 0244885140. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Fine morning.
Yes, I'm Pacho Dini baby for free.
Me wo Accra. Okashi.
Yo.
Nam Pacho me pesi mi bisa PRO ne asem ba ko pe. Pensions transport and TNT transport and allowance was what the man up to now.
Okay, transport allowance and my 1 year.
1 year. I promise you, pensioners 1 man you to letters they are by and I'm just maybe PRO. So I come and so on first. You have what be clear pensioners. I want to tell you pensioners. You are not saying. And when I work up with 30% after I could take your quarter transport and I could 30% but up to now, what is coming?
All right. But once you just sound up a friend about Jimmy, so in fact, 2 more calls now from member studio now. Ernest and trying to answer a few of these questions now. Hello, good morning. All right, Nipano Emba Homana. So let me try and get a few ones. Oman Fono Ebi Ede Ascending me and the Payina Mimbisa Ernest. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Morning, Chief. Yeah.
Hello, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
Aha, Uleni.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Idi anymore. C'est à je sais Sammy?
Yeah.
Nan kam bisa me bisa say man was in na yet me frey say parazo ye top akesha
school man
is it said say na every top say no umkonyi umfanyi juma e school hon mana and me every frey say but the internet now the year research will fear no power because more one or this student no I mean over the beer my phone now I know the year research now textbooks no up to now up to that Nkolano ebe better more future.
All right. Ima medo as an place of friend about Medina. So yemba back to the studio na many Ernest and farm communication and brand we Ernest obi afraid na work as one more edge study leave 2019 one more aba back to date upgrade.
Yeah, on say okay more call and also some more upgrade your home or tertiary level now. Yeah. By just within a shortest possible time now you upgrade you go through processes until GS and I'm on to day out and I say bosumi bia no more number now more wie ho adwuma or more upgrade you and in a minute on keep waiting and then you say enche bia no so no level say o deserve no you be placing her now.
But on a normal day no how long does it take to process will be say the upgrade as well?
Well,
submitting a document.
I'm not privy to that, so I don't want to speak to that. I'm not privy to that, yeah, because they are the what do you call it? Under the GS, GS supervision, so ministry. So no more have so the petty issues. That's the issues we have. I may not have that friends and mastery over them.
Open even so fair. Now we see one more transport allowance. Akemu, one more pensioners, one more DHR, but one more who they are see.
Yeah, pensioners, no issues, no. I think GS issues, so I don't want to make a bibia faho. And I mean, name in Kitahudia or the management of GS, and also Eddie. It didn't say me facts now. Sometimes I don't want to comment on that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yadi and competition ba newie no. Na
there is a branch about teacher motivation, that's intervention money.
Great.
As the formula na yadi channel. Yeah, you course bibri. I check for so as about management and hijacking or more take the lion share. Like a crack no or more the amount. Ministry no two and a month say ne major stakeholders in the better say I'll say your flash rate be because the other question is very difficult say bit me tua ama teacher be as pass through the true controller because be a house master obi your house master but the controller cannot may not be able to identify say we into a winqua person no and obo okra was say house master no or extra task be a sadia man school a church for be na no ba be san onya chena de we no sebi ankora be prepra ankora be ye de ade ni nyina no be na humanity ya na hes no so say yon kofo bi wa keep people bo adwuma no oboye bisa say we head house master and we chaplain and also we house mistress no wo sawo adwuma yesadia amma na oye no school it is a computation ya ko bara say head anye formalized as to the formula near the chair and the ministry is looking into that and they say appropriate time no you be relate to teachers and said this is the approved formula you Francisca no
now because someone who say and no double track system no with the figures we are giving us I think 502 that had reduced to 402 which was reduced to 350 per the calculations are the my no started FreeSHS in 2018 now say around this time no almost about 50 schools and every month. The vision said by 2024 near FreeSHS a double track system no is it achievable?
Yes, more than achievable because so share omo be call FreeSHS this year new academic about 4th of April 2022 now Caribbean will be called double track. Omnina because single track. Because of infrastructural interventions now by provided. And you know, timelines now by the money so about 5-7 years no. We are hitting before time the crab is.
All right, Ernest. I'm saying yeah, no. I don't know if there's any information. All right, I think say you bet me after a bit more course and sana. Yadi and competition no aba area nti number no 0244885140 0244885140 I have a few LPMs I will set me dihu juma and sana jumedi no aba area nti hello good morning
sorry
yes sir
one some question or
but na o question a textbook me boy
any any Akosah any man I parent
yes na obisa say anya bia no ima the year oba school no obo school nso dey bia na makọ target no and don't mention the school but he wanted to know the school so that they will take action but don't mention the school Akosah ne pazo ne toilet room ade dey catch omo so mo fambra na eno so
well no ya na school na Akosah na bi o ha particularly man no schools no say arrangement that all house mistresses and so maybe I won't contribute to kakra no I won't talk.
Is it allowed?
Well, it's not allowed but well I have a convention but you know maybe say I say I remember saying me child your SHS not complaints be but we shall look into that. Yeah, we'll be looking into that and I say maybe say cost because government provided some money provided it through as a component of FreeSHS, you advance it. It's part of the perishables. That 30% and money also for administrative, the overhead costs in the school when you know buying advances come on. We'll look into that. You're the best practice, but we'll look into that.
All right. Also, with my friend 0244885140. Now, question be Officer the Brian also so what the Abraham. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Masami.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Master Dan, Sami.
Yo, Master Dan.
Sami, I said Mukasa in senior secondary school, I'm a bon common pass. But basically, I'm a person this question found on my claim.
Yanko.
I said, Corano Munye exam, Yeri Mass, Mamus, the first or the second, we no say no. Or the last, and you're going to say you're promoting your con anymore, so can I name. So I don't know, so I don't know my year if you're your copy, teacher for club, won't worry about that. Some by Juma, Tembersono, Mass and Coraina, you know, Munya as I'm Yamagora, I'll probably so be that question farm. Until no say.
All right, Medoasi, opening Mamenji response to this question.
Well, in the past, Chabeko school, say, Yabama near lining up. We body young near we the first, we the second year, the name say, and what can't be so. Because I create book right now, we're very good when it comes to artistic works in there. But chew and porn, we had a yard. But they be hard, you didn't say, you wait me out dry here, no, maybe, and no, you're good at. And you don't used to say, oh, exams and when to me, you're more than 40%. And to repeat, and I worry. Faber been here and name Macorano self-esteem a baffle. And to your first system, at least I could be no Brano, which are the English, math, creative art, crown when you see, when you opinion, the test people, no who sampa. But the report the same say, has a crown and yard. It also improve upon the performance. And I don't know, but I say we did first and we did second year, then there. We don't encourage that.
All right. Yeah. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Mpumwe.
Nyame ado bacho na so e.
Bacho asema mfam tane se. Dabe pa na ye result no beba.
Bacho results ben.
Nkola no omutro this year on report school.
BC na akawanse bacho.
BC na.
All right. Better us on a place of bacho free here
Me free Bojase.
Bojase. All right. Pacho, you made us a place of friend and Nadine. Come on. Pacho, mommy, a bit of education.
Well, share BC and I'm sure bra, my Yabeko Esmas. And so we are on a BC for non as a candidate in Modos. More than 400,000. They would deal with such a church for years and a quiet market. And you know, Esmas breaking or more time, January. And almost start the process, see a market. Now, marketing is okay, Papa now market.
Okay.
Team leaders, ever call for training. Okay. Now, zonal leaders, any chief examiners in our tenacity. Chief examiners don't back crack, no Baba J, friend is saying, Chichimuno, no Musa by region. Sana region also meeting with respective assistant examiners. So these are the, that's it, marking scheme, and normal say, in no here.
It's Yanshan.
Oh, by next week, next week ended. Communist cry hint is by close of February. But we're going to go to 4th of April. But if you say I will find almost more a bobo, say, be an Ebony cupboard and also could there, or between a bobo and who I see. And by next week ending there, we'll be not results or more at the Abba.
All right. Mefa final caller. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello, yes.
Good morning, madam.
Morning.
Pacho, Udini baby are free, madam.
What's it?
Pacho, Udini any baby are free.
Yes, hello.
I'm said, Mamma no Otieno Honti, I'm said, the American and a repeating. Well, Yanfansianum say, na afe no yen twaso, Ernest. Better us and a place, your 2 years after now by now, never did come. It's been quite a very interesting conversation. I'm hoping that some of the concerns I have raised, speedy actions will be taken to resolve them. But just like one of the callers said, I like your composure on set. Yes, I must say that.